Recording in progress.
Hello. It's just getting everybody in. Perfect. We do need a chair. You can also use your kitchen worktop, back of your sofa, your wall, just something to support yourself on, and band or towel. So if you don't have a resistance band, it really doesn't matter. You can just grab a tea towel, a towel from your bathroom. You can even use a jumper. Just any piece of anything that you can just hold between your hands works really, really well. And we'll get ourselves moving and our core doing some nice bit of stretching and work for us, shall we? So we're going to start off with doing a side step. Oh, we've got somebody else joining us now. We're going to start off with a side step, and we're going to chop our band or towel in the same direction. So if you've got a long band, just making it a bit shorter, having that at shoulders, like so. We're going to take those arms nice and long, and then we're going to side step. So we're going to step out and chop round like that. I'm just going to make sure everybody is muted, just so that nobody makes a little cameo on here. So we're going to chop straight across the body in the same direction as our step, and we're going to alternate sides, so just making sure that you've got enough room to do both sides. You can also make those steps really small, as it is the same thing, and if you want to get the lower body involved more, then you can bend into that knee a little bit. So obviously just adjusting that to suit you and what you're looking for out of this movement today. So we are going to do a version of tipping triangle, but on the chair. I just feel like it's been a little while since we did anything like that. Give me a couple more of these. And then you can pop that band down. And I'm getting paranoid now that I haven't got the right speaker plugged in. Not speaker, microphone. Yes, I have. It's plugged in. It's the right one. So on the back of your chair, or on a wall, or on that kitchen worktop, just anything that you can place a hand on. So obviously on a wall it's going to be a little bit higher. You're just going to walk yourself away so that that arm is nice and long. So if I was stood up, I can't quite reach it, so I have to lean over slightly to get my hand there. Other arm is coming straight overhead, as far as you can get it, and then coming back in. So we're looking for some length down this side. Head is going to just tip towards that other shoulder, and breathing as you go. Slow them down if you need to. And you can always rest here for longer if you just want to do it slightly slower, slightly less reps. We're going to do 2 more and then swap sides. Perfect. Now all you need to do is swivel yourself round, but so that you don't have to stare at my back, I am just going to move my chair across here. And same again, so we're just slightly away from whatever we're resting on, so that we have to sort of lean into it a little bit, and then that hand is coming up and over. Nice big stretch. Spend as long there as you want to. So if you're really enjoying this position, you can hang out there for a bit longer than I am. Like I say, I'm just here to show you some moves, and you can do them however you wish. Lovely. 2 more, and then we're going to pick that band back up. Wonderful. I'm just going to move my chair out of the way again. We do need it again. I'm just going to pop it there so I don't stand on it. So back to that band or that towel. Again, just holding it about shoulder width apart. We're going to, this is the footwork, so we're going to keep that chop. We're going to do one leg at a time. We're going to step out, chop, and then we're going to take that leg back and back to where it was, and then bring it in. So we're going like this. Chop, but the chop is sort of staying there, and we chop again, and again, and bring it in again. We've done plenty of things like this in other classes. It's just when that foot lands, everything's just got to react a little bit differently. That was like a little dance. We'll just do this for the rest of the class. Anyway, whenever you're ready, so we're stepping out, chop, take the foot back, return it to where it was, and then come back to the middle. You can rest those arms in between if you want to by just having them down slightly. Completely up to you. It doesn't have to be a big movement with that foot moving. Toes barely need to leave the ground. Lovely. One more and then we're going to swap sides. Lovely stuff. Just going to shuffle over here so you can see me and I don't disappear too much behind the chair. So taking that foot back, coming back into the middle. Keeping that breathing nice and continuous. Don't hold it in. Lovely. Two more here, and then we're back on that chair for our little side bend. Perfect. Pop that band down. So as always with all of these things, if you don't like this bit that's been added on, you can just stick with the side bend. Even if you did 3 sets of the side bend, that's still a lot of work for the core, so you don't have to add to it if you don't want to or you're not feeling that today. So we're going to set back up, like I said, not quite in reach, so we've got to lean over. We're now going to stretch that foot out, and it can either stay on the toe or you can lift that leg, which is going to tip you over just ever so slightly more. So choosing your option. Head is going to come closer to whatever we're leaning on. Obviously don't bash it on the wall if you are using the wall. Two more. And swapping sides. Just swivel yourselves around. You don't have to move your chair. Same again. So taking that foot off. Sliding it back in. You can just slide it across the floor and then see how that lift feels. Again, just let your body figure it out. It will have its own idea in mind of how it wants to complete each movement. It doesn't have to look like mine. Two more. Lovely stuff. Again, I'm going to move that out of the way. Back to that band. This time, we're going to chop away from the step. So we've been chopping with the step up till now. So if I step right, I'm going to chop in the opposite direction. I'm going to then bring my knee up to meet the band, and then I'm going to place my foot back, knee again, back to where it was, and then the middle. So the feet are doing the same thing in terms of they're going back a little bit and then coming back to where they were, but we're adding in that knee. So nice and quickly, how it would need to be done so that we don't fall over is like this. So we chop away, bring the knee in, place the foot slightly back, knee in, and then return like that. But as always, if you don't want to do the knee, you don't want to add that in, then just leave it and carry on with what we were doing before. So here we go, all on one side, stepping right but chopping left, knee, knee, and back to the middle. Perfect. Foot lands slightly behind. Oh, I did an extra knee then. No, I didn't. No, I was fine. So we have like 2 knees all together. Lovely. Let's have 2 more on this side. Arms might feel a little tired. That's okay, they are doing a lot of work as well. Shake them off if they are. My triceps hurt from the push-up class on Tuesday. That's where it really got me. So stepping left, chopping right, bring the knee in, land the foot back, knee, and return. Perfect. And that knee doesn't need to come really high. You can do your own version of it. Could be this. Like I said, it always looks different on everybody. Lovely. 2 more here. And then we're back to our chair for the last little exercise. Lovely stuff. So let me demonstrate the options that we've got. You can stay with anything that we've done on the chair so far, or you can add in the last part. We're going to rotate the body out towards the ceiling once we're in that stretched position. So we're reaching over, the leg is lifted. Once we're here, we're just going to turn body up, bring it back to where it was, and then come in. So your hips and your rib cage are going from facing me to being slightly tilted up, and then they're going to come back in before you stand yourself up again. I'll demonstrate one more time before you join in. So we're reaching, get in your stretch position, tilt towards the ceiling, and then bring it back in. So everything that attaches into the pelvis and in the spine has got to do a lot of work in that position just to get that rotation while we're balancing and while we're stretching. So like I say, you can lump it, leave it, or you can have a go. It's only a little tilt. So just think about the direction that those nipples are in. So they're facing me and then they are tilting up slightly. Yes, I love saying nipples. I think it's a great cue for imagining how your body is facing in space. So you can imagine that they're lasers and they're just going to like tear apart the room at an angle. Okay, here we go. I'll shut up now. Let's get on with the movement, shall we? Tilt it up. and bring it back in. If you find that's quite hard for balance, you can leave that foot on the floor and tilt in exactly the same way. Two more. Wonderful stuff. I'm going to move this chair. We're going to do the other side. And then we're all done. Hopefully that breaks up a day of shrimping for you all. You can return to shrimp status after this. Lovely, two more here. Wonderful stuff, and all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that was the little bit of movement that you needed, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, have a good day everyone.